Hi guys, this is Norm from the Board Game Museum, and today I'm going to be showing you how to play and reviewing the game Clash of Corgis. Now, Clash of Corgis is a card game, and the object of the game is you're going to be trying to get rid of all of your cards first. Now, all of these cards that you're going to be playing are going to have an ability attached to them depending on what number it is. So, let's check it out. So in this game, you're going to be trying to get rid of all of your cards. So you have a bunch of cards here. Their suits are going to be ranked 1 all the way up to an ace, and then after that there's going to be a wild card, which is going to be any cards with the star here. Now, each of these numbers on the cards are going to have different effects, and you're going to activate these effects after you play the card. And right over here is a list of all of the effects that each of these cards are going to do. So the way the game works is you're going to pick up your cards and you're going to try to play either a single card or a set of cards, and your opponent is going to have to try to beat the rank of the set that you played. So if I played 2 cards of a set, my opponent's going to have to try to beat those 2 cards by playing 2 cards of a greater rank. So for example, let's say it is my turn here. Say he decides I'm going to go ahead and play this pair of 4s over here in the middle. So we're going to go and look and see what ability the 4 says. It says say high or low. If you said low, the next player can only beat this play with a lower ranked set of cards. So that will be the effect. Now, if you have an ace in your hand, you can play the ace and negate the effect if you want to. That's what the ace's ability is. So let's say it's my turn, he said lower. Well, I've got 2 3s over here, so I'll have met that requirement. This says this effect is draw 1 card, return 1 card from your hand or field to the bottom of the deck. So I'm gonna go and look and see if there's anything I wanted to use, and let's say I decide I'm going to get rid of this 2 over here, and this will go to the bottom, and then it goes back to my opponent. So my opponent has these 3s that they need to beat. Say decide they play the 7s over here. 7, say randomly select the card from the next player's hand and place it face up in their field. Now the field is going to be an area that is right in front of the player, and these are cards that are going to be exposed. So let's say player 1 pick this card, and this card is going to go here. This card, along with the other cards, are going to have to get discarded out of their hands so someone can win. You can only play any cards that are in the field as a single, so you couldn't play this with another card. I went ahead and took care of that effect, so once again it goes to me and I have to try to beat this. And let's say I decide I'm going to go ahead and play this pair of aces over here. The effect of this is going to negate an effect of any of the cards that are played. I decided instead to just play the 2 aces. So now my opponent is going to have to try to beat that, and by looking at his hand, he is unable to beat that. So what this means is that these cards are going to go over here into my discard, and then I'm going to go ahead and start the next round. And this is basically the way the game is going to go. And again, you can play more than 2 cards. You can play 3 cards of the same rank 4, and you're just going to have to try to beat it. And the player that is able to get rid of all their cards first is going to win the game. So Clash of Corgis is an interesting little game. It has the shedding aspect of the game where you're trying to get rid of your cards, but it also has the cards that have the different abilities on them, and those abilities can be used to your advantage to try to get more cards, or to try to play out cards, or to try to force your opponent to get a card exposed, because by doing that they're eventually going to have to play a single card, which you again can use to your advantage. Now, the one thing with this game is once you decide to play either a single or a pair, you're going to be stuck with that pair until somebody ends up winning the pile. So a lot of what's going to determine what's going on in the game is if you're starting the game, do you want to try to get rid of cards first, or do you want to try to activate powers that are going to help you to get rid of cards later? It's a cool little game. There are expansions available for this game. It's unique. So if you guys are into like shedding games, set collecting games, give this game a try. Check it out. It's very, very easy to learn. You can learn it in about 5 minutes, and it works really good, I think, as a filler. All right, guys, that's my review of Clash of Corgis. We'll see you. Keep on gaming.